Greetings from Valhalla, everybody. This is the video game Viking, and it's been a while. First, I'd like to thank you all for joining me here today on my first video game Viking Randomly Rants. The point of my random rant videos will be that I have a few subjects that I'm going to talk to you about, and well, if you know me, I'm probably going to go a little bit off subject, but well, let's see. So, it's been a year since my last video, and well, let's be honest, I'm not that famous yet, so probably no one actually even noticed I was gone, but I still want to tell you about what I've been up to for the last year. So, the last year has been kind of hectic for me. I've been working as a guard, a security guard here in Finland, and it takes a lot out of you, I have to say. But the main problem I had with my Let's Play videos of Condemned Criminal Origins was that my computer broke down. While I was shooting, I had one episode ready to be uploaded to YouTube, ready. I had the next chapter from that one filmed, just a little bit post-edit to be done and ready to be posted. So I kinda lost the interest about that. Also, I've been writing a game. I really can't talk about that much, but it's a kind of like Diablo meets Silent Hill meets Alan Wake kind of a thing. And I have to say, if it works out, it's going to be great. I've been playing a lot of games during the year, but I haven't had time to post anything about them, so I might to do a little bit of vlogging about some games, do a review about the others and such, but for now, things I have planned for now on is that I'm going to do horror movie reviews. I have a few horror movies that I like to talk to you about. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them plain terrible. Well, most of them are plain terrible, but I'm trying to take the good ones with a few of the really bad ones. Also, I have planned to do a Let's Play meets a review of Outlast. Well, I haven't even started the game yet. I've been a bit busy the last month or so, but I'm probably going to start playing the game tomorrow or the day after that, but don't hold your breath for that one. I'm probably going to do a review of Day of the Dead, the remake, not the old one. I also have a review planned for Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth, and I'm also going to do a review for Resident Evil, one of my favorite games from childhood. I'm going to start from the first one and make my way up to the last one. As you can probably see, I'm I'm not a big fan of Resident Evil 6. I didn't like it that much. At least Resident Evil 5 had its moments with achieve complete global saturation and punching a boulder with your damn fist because you couldn't push it and stuff like that that made you laugh. Resident Evil 6 just didn't have those moments. It was just bad. The only thing that made me laugh about Resident Evil, it's kind of sad that the thing I was most looking forward to in Resident Evil 6 was laughing at the campiness. Because the first ones, they actually had horror. Or maybe I was young then and it seemed like that. But even Resident Evil 4, sure it had its silly moments and such, but it still had the element of horror in it that was seriously lacking in 5 and 6. So that's what I have planned for now. I'm also taking I'm sorry about my English, it's a bit rusty. It's been far too long since I spoke it. I made a pact with my friend that we're going to speak English to each other when we see each other to get the rust of our English skills. But I hope it doesn't bother you that much that I have a little bit of a problem with it now and again, and I'm also a bit sick right now, so I'm sorry about that too. Some hot juice right there. Trying to get my throat to stop aching. Also, I've been thinking about doing a Kickstarter or Indiegogo drive to get a video capture device to record games from my Xbox and PlayStation and Wii U and such. But I'm thinking I'm going to post some reviews and some vlogs and such before Kickstarter or Indiegogo, so that you'll see that I'm serious about this now. I'm still planning to do my job, so it might be a little hectic. The videos might take a while. Now I'm actually on my summer holiday and it's close to 0 degrees outside. Well, that's at least what they told us that it's going to be like next week. So I might post a lot of reviews and vlogs and such in the coming days. I've also have a little bit of some movies and such ideas. I'm also writing a book. I've been keeping busy, but I'm not going to get into those yet. I have nothing to tell you about them, but maybe later. So, I'm going to answer a few questions now, and I'd like you to ask me anything, and I mean anything, and I'm going to answer you in my next Randomly Rants. And so, let's start with the questions. Xbox Kid asks, PC gaming or console gaming? That's actually kind of hard. That's actually kind of a hard question. Both PC gaming and console gaming have their strong suits and their problems, but I'm going to say I enjoy console gaming more. Sure, I play a lot of PC games, but still, I enjoy playing with a console more. It's easier, let's put it like that. You only have to put the disc in and press a button and it starts, so I'm going to say I'm more of a console man myself. Next question. Deshamoni asks, do you buy video games in their boxes from the shops or download them from online stores, for example Steam? I actually do both. I'm going to show you a clip of my physical games now, and I'm going to say that I have over 200 games on my Steam library, so I do both. I buy a lot of games. It's a passion for me, and I like to keep them. I don't resell them. I've only resold one game during this generation of consoles, and it was Vampire Rain. It was, well, if you know Vampire Rain, you won't question why I sold it. It was like Metal Gear Solid with vampires, if Metal Gear Solid sucked. And I mean sucked. Next question. Mason Spark asks, is the game Diablo 3 satanic? Well, I went speechless, I'm sorry. Diablo 3 isn't satanic. I believe that... No, just no. It has demons, angels and such, but it's not satanic. A game isn't satanic, a movie isn't satanic, a book isn't satanic. Well, a few books might be satanic, but that's not my point. The point is, no, Diablo 3 isn't satanic. Yeah. I'm going. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's, yeah. XOOX asks, who is your favorite? Johnny Depp, Robert Downey Jr., Leonardo DiCaprio, or Christian Bale, and why? I'm going to have to answer that Robert Downey Jr. is my favorite of the four of these actors. He seems actually really nice if you get through the egotistical other layer and get to that guy inside. And I just like him in movies. He's a good actor, and if I had to rank the remaining three of the actors, I'm going to say maybe Johnny Depp, would be next. I really, well, I love the new Johnny Depp movies, the action comedies, Pirates of the Caribbean, Lone Ranger. I probably was one of the only people who actually liked the Lone Ranger, and I don't know why people didn't like it. It was fun. And close third would be Leonardo DiCaprio. He really can act, and it is kind of sad that he hasn't received an Oscar, but let's not discuss Leonardo DiCaprio and Oscars. It'll only make him sad. And Christian Bale, I'm not a Christian Bale fan. Sure, he was Batman, but not a fan. I'm just not a fan of Christian Bale. So, next question. What are the best twist endings you know? And the asker was Michaela. The best twist endings I know. I'd have to say I really love the ending in Usual Suspects. Saw, the first one. Also, the second one did have its charms. And I know it's becoming a cliche, or not becoming, it's being a cliche to say The Sixth Sense, but it just was one of the best twist endings ever, and maybe that's a bad thing, considering that M. Night has been trying to do the same damn thing in the rest of his movies. Some of them works, most of them don't. But those are my favorites. And I have to say, if I have to say the worst twists in movies, I'd have to say another M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Happening. I'm probably going to review The Happening sometime. The movie was the best damn acting in the movie was by a plastic plant, so that's kind of sad, and the twist was stupid, and now I can actually think of any other bad twists without just telling you about M. Night Shyamalan movies. But let's just keep on going. Next question. Dorian Gray asks, have you ever slept naked? Have you ever slept naked? I don't know about you, but who wants the picture of me sleeping naked in their heads? But yes, I mostly sleep naked. If I'm over at a friend's house sleeping, or visiting family, or anything like that, of course I'm not going to sleep naked. But when I'm home, if I don't have any friends over, I'm going to sleep naked. Hell, I'm mostly naked when I'm at home, playing games naked. It's a good thing you I didn't put a camera up when I played content. I was probably naked. And now you have that picture of me playing games, naked, sitting on a sofa, just scratching my balls and stuff, and getting up and going to the fridge and getting a soda or something. Everything just hanging loose. I think it's probably a good idea to just move on. So, it seems like we've come to the last question now. And it was by Laylee. He or she asks, what are the best songs you've heard recently? I'm thinking you're meaning new songs I've heard recently, not songs I've heard many times over, but I've listened to them recently. So I'm going to have to answer Super Mario Land with lyrics by Brent Black and Dave Bulmer, or brentalfloss, the name you probably recognize, and a cover of Call Me Maybe by Leaf. I'm going to put these songs into the description, links to the songs on YouTube so you can listen to them yourself. And I'm going to have to answer lastly Hail to a King by Avenged Sevenfold. The song has really grown on me. I didn't like it when I first heard it, but after hearing it over and over and over again, it kind of growed on me. I'm not a big fan of their new album, but it isn't bad. But it didn't have that something that Nightmare had. It something the Seventh Trumpet had. City of Evil. But Hail to the King has really grown on me, as I said. I think I've actually went through everything I had to say. I'm kind of sure about that actually. But I'll make a new video if I have something more to say. I'm not going to bore you anymore with just randomly ranting. Well, actually that's the whole point of the videos. Yeah, I'm going to just stop right now. And I'd like to thank you all for listening. And see you soon.